Hey guys, here is our guided exercises for business combination part 3. Yay! Last na tayo. And then conso after midterms. I hope we finish it. Ano? Okay, so first we have problem 1. It tells you 4 scenarios regarding how to get goodwill using the direct approach. So the first one is you were given, let's see this. You were given information. Okay, the first one asks you, magkano daw yung goodwill if it is equal to the average excess earnings capitalized at 25%. Okay, so let's do this. The average annual earnings is 1 million. Good thing, given na siya. Okay, you don't need to divide everything. Okay, na kada earnings mo per year for 5 years and then divided by para makuha mo yung annual earnings, average annual earnings, given na siya, that's 1 million. And then yung normal earnings, you just have to look for the fair value of the net assets, okay, or the earnings for that year, okay, then multiply it by the average rate of return in the industry. Okay, so in this case, 8 million yung fair value. Okay, multiply mo ng 12%, that's the industry average. Okay, rate of return, you'll get the normal earnings. So, ibig sabihin, parang sa industry nyo, let's say for example, grocery industry, okay, normal earnings is at 960,000, okay? So, ikaw, nag-earn ka ng 1 million, ang normal is 960, you have excess earnings of 40,000. So, sabi, goodwill is based on excess earnings capitalized at 25%. So, divide natin siya by 25%. Okay, makukuha mo yung goodwill na 160. Okay? So, that's for number 1. Number 2, lock natin yung pinto kasi narinig ko ang maingay kapatid. Number 2 is, if goodwill is measured by capitalizing the average earnings at 12%, this one is average earnings naman, hindi average excess earnings. So, the average earnings, 1 million, divide mo lang siya by the capitalization rate. Okay, by our discussion, we know that when we divide the average earnings by the capitalization rate, you'll get the estimated purchase price. Okay, so how do you get the goodwill? So, yung estimated purchase price, less mo lang yung fair value ng net assets of entity B, that's 8 million, you'll get goodwill of 333,333. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, sabi, goodwill is measured at undiscounted amount of total excess earnings expected to be earned from the combination. So, dito, di ba na-compute natin yung excess earnings na 40,000. So, yung 40,000, during the duration of the business combi, that's 5 years, magkano daw yung ma-earn, parang magkano yung excess earnings in the probable duration of 5 years. So, undiscounted. So, wala tayong problema. Yung excess earnings, multiply mo lang siya sa probable duration, expected duration of the business combination of 5 years. Then, you'll get goodwill of 200,000. Okay? So, madali lang siya. Just have to follow the narration of the problem. Okay? Next, the last one. We have goodwill is measured by discounting the average excess earnings at 9%. So, we have to discount it. So, yung excess earnings down of 40,000, we have computed it already. Discounted at 9%. So, because the excess earnings will be, for 5 years siyang ma-earn mo, ibig sabihin, paulit-ulit siyang na-earn. So, you have to use PV of ordinary annuity kesa naman sa isa-isahin mo pa siya. Okay, per year. So, you just get the PV of OA of 1 at 9% and 95. N is equal to 5. Alam nyo kung paano kunin to. Okay, you'll get 3.88965. Okay, so multiply mo lang yung excess earnings sa 40,000 times 3.88965. You'll get goodwill of 155,586. Okay, so that ends problem 1. Dali lang, di ba? Okay, next. Problem 2. This one is regarding reverse acquisition. Okay, so we were given a problem Okay, we were given details regarding the problem. Then we were also given the balance sheet. Okay. Then the assets and liabilities that approximate their fair values. First is to identify who is the accounting acquirer. Kasi di ba dalawa? You have the accounting acquirer and then the legal acquirer. So, sino sa dalawa? So, let's examine kung ano nangyari. Si ABC daw, based on the balance sheet given to us, meron siyang current shares na, that's the share capital, 100,000 divided by par na 10, meron siyang 10,000 issued shares. Okay? Then, sabi, is going to issue kay XYZ, okay, ng balikan natin. So, ABC ko issues 5 share in exchange for all of the outstanding shares of XYZ Inc. Okay? The shares are quoted at 40 while the XYZ's shares have a fair value of 200 per share. Okay? So, for every outstanding share daw ni XYZ, mag-i-issue siya ng 5. Okay? So, we have to look for the outstanding shares of XYZ. So, you get the share capital nasa balance sheet na 800,000, okay, divided by 100, it's a par value, okay, you'll get 8,000, okay. Then, you multiply 8,000, which is the outstanding, times 5, you'll get 40,000. So, yan yung na-issue share kay XYZ. Now, you just add, so total shares after the combination, you have 50,000. How do we determine who is the accounting acquirer? Look at the percentages. So, paano nakuha? You just divide 10,000 by the total. So, ang denominator mo is yung total, 10,000 divided by 50. Si ABC, sa business ko, combination ay may 20%. Si XYZ, nung dinivide mo, you look at the percentages, meron siyang 80,000. Ibig sabihin, may controlling interest siya. Okay? So, nakakapagtaka kasi sino bang nag-acquires? Okay? Si ABC. Pero bakit ang nag-control nung business combination? After the business combination is si XYZ. Kasi, si XYZ is the accounting acquirer, but he is the legal acquiree. Okay? In legal substance. Okay? ABC naman is the accounting acquiree based on the percentages that they have, but he is the legal acquirer. Okay? Kasi through the business transaction, if accountant ka na and you have encountered something like this, okay, yung kasulatan will tell you that the ABC is the legal acquirer, okay, by contract, okay? Pero by accounting, okay, based on our accounting standards, we will see that XYZ is the accounting acquirer, okay? So, that's for letter A. Letter B, magkano daw ang goodwill? So, standard tells us on how to account for reverse acquisition. Sabi, the consideration transferred is computed as yung shares na dapat in-issue ni XYZ, okay, kung siya yung mag-i-issue, tapos bibigyan niya si ABC ng same interest. Okay? So, parang babaliktarin mo yung mundo, okay, ng transaction. Paano kung si XYZ yung mag-i-issue ng shares? Tapos, ibibigay niya din kay ABC yung same equity interest na meron doon sa napagkasunduan. Okay? So, una, alam natin si XYZ, based on the balance sheet, meron siyang 8,000. Okay? Based on our computation dun sa simula to determine the acquirer, 80% yung kanya. So, ilagay mo na agad, si XYZ ay 80%. Okay? So, you need to know magkano yung shares na ibibigay mo kay ABC, okay, if ikaw mag-i-issue, kay ABC para magkaroon siya ng 20%. Okay? So, kasi, sa computation natin kanina, 20% siya. Okay? So, magkano? So, how do you compute for that? So, look at this. 8,000 divided by 80%. Okay? Pag dinivide mo siya sa 80%, makukuha mo si 10. Okay? Si 10,000. Multiply it by 20%, okay, which is the equity interest of ABC, 2,000 ang ibibigay mong shares. Okay, so that's our basis for the computation of the consideration transferred. Okay, I hope it's clear sa inyo how to do reverse acquisition. Okay? Okay lang ba okay lang ba? Gets ba? Yeah, madali lang siya. Babalik tayo mga mundo. Okay. So let's now compute for the goodwill. So we have our basic um, computation. You have consideration transferred. That's 2,000 times 200. Ma'am, ano yung 200? That's the fair market value of, ito, tingnan natin. Fair market value of XYZs. Okay? So, siya kasi yung mag-i-issue. Okay? In this scenario. Okay? So, that's 2,000 times 200, 400,000. Okay? Then, NCI in acquiry, 0, 0. Wala naman previously held in interest, so 400,000. Then, you deduct it sa fair value of ABC's net asset. So, given naman sa balance sheet, meron siyang total assets na 1,600. Minus mo yung nag-iisang computational liability niya na 1,300. You'll get 300,000. So, 400 minus 300, you get goodwill of 100,000. So, ganun lang po siya. Okay? So, I hope you understand this. Although medyo kailangan pa ulit-ulitin ninyo yung explanation, okay, regarding this one. You'll get the hang of it. Kasi nung undergrad ako, siguro mga 100 basa ko bago ko na-gets. Okay? So, yun. Okay, for problem 3, it's the same. Reverse acquisition pa rin. Okay? So, first, although hindi tinanong, ang tanong lang kasi is, how much is a goodwill? Gusto natin malaman sino ba si accounting acquirer. Okay, so based on the information given, si entity A ay merong issued shares na 2,000. Okay, yan. 2,000 yung kay A. Okay, kay B, mag-i-issue daw si entity A ng 2 shares for each of the 3,000 outstanding shares. So, ibig sabihin, bago yung combi, meron siyang 3,000 shares si entity B. Okay? For each of the outstanding shares daw, mag-i-issue siya ng 2. Okay, so 2 times 3,000, meron siyang 6,000. You just add them, you get 8,000. Okay, to know who is the accounting acquirer, look at the percentages. So, 25% ay nakuha by 2,000 divided by 8,000, you'll get 25%. Then, for 75% is nakuha by dividing 6,000 by 8,000. Okay, so you can check 2,000 divided by 8,000, okay, 25, o kaya ay 6 divided by 8. Okay. Ay, sorry. 6 divided by 8. 75%. Okay, so yan. So, ganun lang po siya. So, sino ang ating accounting acquirer? Si B. Okay? But he is the legal acquiree. Okay? So, yon, ganun lang. So, we can now proceed. Knowing that, ang sunod natin, para malaman natin ang consideration transferred in computing for goodwill, we have to remake the story. Paano daw kung si entity B yung mag-i-issue ng shares to give entity A 25% of the interest sa business combination. Okay, yung itong 25% niya. So, meron siyang currently issued shares na 3,000. Ma'am, ba't hindi 6,000? Kasi nga, ang ating mindset dito is, paano kung siya yung mag-i-issue ng shares. Ibig sabihin yung original outstanding shares niya yung ilalagay mo dito on the day of the business combination. Okay, so meron siyang 3,000. Alam natin by computation na sa business combi may 75% siya. Okay? So what you have to do is you need to get the 25%. How? 3,000. Okay, this one, 3,000 divided by 75%, you'll get 4,000. And then from 4,000, you multiply it by yung dapat interest ni entity A sa business combi, which is 25%. Sa nakuha dito, 25. Okay, so you get 4,000 times 25%, you'll get 1,000. So 1,000 yung ating basis for consideration transferred. So, you just multiply 1,000 by the market value of entity B's shares, which is 3,000. Ito, 3,000. Then, you get 300,000. Wala namang NCI. Walang previously held. So, 300,000. Then, you just deduct it sa net assets. Okay, given naman ang net assets. Okay, so, yun. Nakanet na siya. So, 260,000. You'll get goodwill of 40,000. So, yung lemeng naman, okay, This ends our mahaba-habang discussion sa business combination. Okay? After midterms, we'll be discussing the mahaba-habang discussion for consolidation of FS. So, medyo pahinga lang tayo ng kaunti kasi medyo masakit din siya sa brain. Pero mahalin natin ang accounting. Okay? So, sige. Bye-bye, guys!